Oh, fuck it. We'll get through it. Right, you guys should be hearable. Hello! Hopefully you can hear us. Right. Let's do this. Welcome to the Heavyweight Gaming channel. Again, for the 4th time this week. Yeah.
Sounds so enthusiastic.
Not that we're keeping count.
Well, now I've got a job. My days are so long. Oh.
It's all right. You'll be getting some time off soon, right?
I can't just sit around in a vest playing computer games. Oh, hang on. So, welcome to the channel. If you want to follow us on social media, go check out every single social media platform ever created. Type in Heavyweight Gaming, and a few of them you will find us on. Good luck.
I mean,
the
OnlyFans.
We're on there. We're actually on there. You could see me in many forms with a jug of gravy, but you'll have to log into OnlyFans and create an account to see what. And it all goes towards the hair transplant. Anyway, so if you want to... It's going to be a lot of dings tonight. If you go to YouTube, you can see all the adventures that we've gotten up to over the last couple of months. Since March, basically, we've been playing lots of tabletops and generating lots of stories, so go check them out. If you... What else is there? Yeah, so social media, go find us. YouTube, go check out the other stuff. Patreon, go throw us a few quid, I'll spend it on the channel, and you get some 5th edition e-magazine that's full of everything that's in our world. Starting in January, that magazine will also encompass, finally, lots of Pathfinder 2 stuff, no pressure, Stu. I think that's it for all the stuff. So, sponsors, you can see them on the screen. We have Just Games, which is King Daddy himself, Mr. Stu. JustGames.gg, if you go check them out, they've got every form of gaming ever invented and a few themselves. So go have a look at that and you can find everything. So go check them out. We have Loke Battle Mats, who are incredible, talented battle mat creators doing both physical and digital. You could buy the giant book of mats, massive, small, like A3, A4 and A5 I think they do. You fold them out at your table, boom, you got yourself a terrain to play on. Caves, forests, mountains, arcane circles, all sorts. They do physical and digital, as I said. I use the digital on Saturdays in our Pathfinder game and Tuesdays in my D&D game. You can also see the physical used on Fridays and Sundays in our other D&D, I believe, and Dice of the Older on a Sunday, so you get to see them tomorrow. Loki Battle Mats, thank you very much for that. Just Games, thank you very much for that. And Sawdustandswearwords, bottom right hand corner. The reason they're in the bottom right hand corner is because I'm trying to allow you people to be able to see, you people being chat, to see the dice rolls that these lot are doing on Roll20 when we're not in a battle map situation. But for some reason, the one that I saved that was transparent to allow that to happen has not saved, and I've managed to save the other one, so now it's just black. And I can't move it now. So I will redo that for next Saturday. Testing, kids. This is our Pathfinder 2nd edition campaign, The Call of Stone. A game by Paizo, who are currently streaming right now, a Halloween one-shot. Feel free to not go watch them and stay and watch us. But if you want to put them on and say hi, do it. Ding, ding.
Cool.
I'm just going to start a tally.
Yes. So yes, you can go check out, if you go to Paizo's website, just put paizo.com, and you'll see that they do Starfinder, Pathfinder 2nd edition. It's a game that most of us have played since conception of the Pathfinders and the Starfinders, and now we're rocking out our 2nd edition stuff. So go check them out. You can find them on Facebook and Twitter and the interweb, all at Paizo, P-A-I-Z-O. Go find them. You will not be disappointed, and if you think it's rules heavy, take a breath, read it again, and you'll find that it's actually pretty cool. There you go. Thank you very much, Ashowdale. Sponsors, bits. If you want to throw 200 bits at the session, this lot get a free re-roll. They can only use it on their rolls, not my rolls. Can't carry it over. Can only have 5 at one time. Patreon sponsors, social media bits. Oh, we also Sirenscape. We use Sirenscape as our background music. So if you hear it in the background, let me know if it's too loud or too quiet, and I'll adjust accordingly, or at least try to. I haven't put our new sponsor on here because we didn't play Pathfinder last week, so I forgot to do it. So I'm going to do it now on the fly. But Coyote Grey, he is a artist who creates the chibi tokens that you see me use on Roll20. I've only seen him sell them on Roll20, and he's making more and more. He's only released 7 sets at the minute. They're $4.99. So what's that, £4-ish, and maybe a bit more. So go check him out on Roll20, and you can download them once you've purchased them and use them anywhere else you see fit on your digital virtual tops. Double check that before I get myself in that trouble. So you'll see him appear on the screen now. There you go, Coyote Grey. Woo! Let's put you down here with Sawdust. There you go. Go on the fly. Coyote Grey, go check him out. We have a name. Do you? Okay. Good for you.
I think she means is visible.
We have a name. Is what?
It means that it's visible now. She's letting you know.
Ah, right. Yeah.
I need to reload my stream, so I can't see that.
Yeah, you wait for dial up, mate. You'll be right.
So,
So,
you know, to come across nations.
you wait for dial up. Mute the stream, Stu, if you just put it on, because it just came through. And I know I love the sound of my own voice, but multiple times this gets a bit weird. Yeah, using English won't work either, Tess. Right, they don't. I speak Yorkshire and they grunt a lot, which is a lot of
Going to
Yorkshire.
increase this tally.
Right, so this lot I'll play Pathfinder Second Ed, and I'm DMing something else, but we'll crack on with it. Right, let's have a little recap, shall we? These lot are in the where are you? You're in the city of Valcal.
Valcal.
You've successfully. You're not dead, so we'll take that as successfully. Coming back from the Circle of Emeralds, the Druidic Circle in the Forest of Emrys, you returned the Hellfire Glaive to the waters, and the fiendish entity that came out swinging, you put back in its box. Several hellhounds were there. You also slapped them on the nose with a very large newspaper. Everybody died. Druids, fiends. Yeah.
Those deaths were nothing to do with us, and you can't prove a thing.
3 of them died.
Therefore it's fine.
I think you'll find I've got video evidence that says otherwise.
That says we close their eyes instead of suing a medical
We're
team.
going to have to go in court. There's just a bear eating a gavel.
Yeah. Tevay claimed the silver glaive as reward. In doing so, he's bound himself to the plot arc. So,
Idiot.
you have a lovely glaive. I'm assuming you'll be spending some of today's session trying to find out what the rest of its powers are. But yes.
I mean, we could just hit people with it, and then we find out what it does.
They also went to the glaive. They also went to pick up the tailoring tabards that Gawain had ordered, and the loincloth for Gideon. Lovely. All of them were given enchantments to prevent dirt, grime, etc. They will remain clean, as I do not wish any of that RP in my game. Where Gideon wrings it out over Gawain's head. So,
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
while you were in there,
The worst we could be eating.
Sinis noticed a tapestry. On the tapestry was a 50-50 split image of a satyr with a silver glaive in the hills of Cayman, and a blonde-haired, blonde-bearded warrior in white gold plate armour and chain with a silver lance in the Copper Forest, representing the two guardians of two of the Fair Realms, the hills of Cayman and the Forest of Copper. They currently assumed that Tevay is on track to be the next guardian of the hills of Cayman, but we shall see. You then went to the quarters, or the headquarters of Gawain's knightly order for the Ivy Knight. Sat down and were preparing to discuss the next step. Your couple of points of interest are the anonymous sponsor that put Gideon forward, that Gawain's gaffer has requested he look into, which is unusual because they normally don't care as long as the sponsor pays up. Also, the Knights of the Kindred. I need to check my notes because I've got 2 Kindreds in there.
Yep.
Yeah, Knights of the Kindred. Yeah.
Kindred sus. I remember this.
Read sus.
Yeah, read sus.
Read
Kindred
sus.
being sus.
Yeah, the Knights of the Kindred. As they are being a bit shady and they want to find out. A bit sus.
Bit sus.
Yeah. That's probably your main 2 points of interest, other than your general curiosities, Zek wanting to get paid and Teve meditating on his new glaive. You are currently in the HQ of the Knight of Ivy. 3 to 1, off you go.
Cool.
So we're not doing any more jobs for druids because they don't pay enough.
I'm literally going to point to the silver glaive. That haft is solid silver.
Shut up.
Okay, are we going to carve it up and sell it?
No.
I'd rather use this one.
Okay then, so they don't pay enough. 300 gold is not enough.
Priceless glaive says otherwise.
Priceless means you cannot sell it, therefore it is worth nothing.
So is gold unless you buy things with it.
But gold will keep you warm.
No, it won't.
I will. Hold on, I'll get some fire water and we'll prove this.
While Zek wanders off for firewater, and I'm reminded how peaceful it was last week.
Sorry.
You got
I'll go join
300
another
gold
game.
for firing 6 arrows. I think you got pretty well out of that.
But the arrows are expensive. I mean, not 300
No,
gold
exactly.
expensive.
So you're up. So you go looking for firewater. What are you 3 doing?
I believe we're still stood in the tailors, aren't we? So
No, you went.
Oh no, we gone back.
You went to Gavain's HQ.
Oh, okay.
And
cool.
he showed you where. Yeah. He showed you where the knights have their own personal standing there, and Gideon showed you
gravy time.
His personal. Hey, Dwarf Warrior,
Probably
subscribe.
showed like his own little thing.
Long time no see, Dwarf Warrior. Thank you very much. 10 month
Subscribe for
streak.
10 months.
What a beast.
Damn. Good lad.
Good lads. You're not at work tonight. I hope you enjoy the show. So yeah, and Gideon showed you his personal little squire's plinth with the wyvern egg sat on it.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Oh yeah, Sinis and Gideon also shared a moment in the forest where they Gideon showed you how to use the magical word.
You did.
Nice.
I don't think that counts. That was legit.
What?
There was not even a hint of smut. I'm not allowing it. You've made it that way by putting in 6. Anyway, moving on.
I can make it smutty if you want.
There we go.
I mean, you did say to him, "How may I repay you?" Probably not in that voice, but
I told him story.
Yeah, that's bardic for talk dirty to me. Tell me a story. What you wearing? What you wearing? Right, so sorry.
Yeah, I'm on 7. Don't worry.
Wait, and you say the Gavain's chat of lines are bad?
I mean,
I don't need to roll the dice, just saying.
So, yeah. Where are we going to find out about the Night of the Kindred? What do we need to do to find out about that? I'm just thinking, because we know where we need to go to find out what's going on with the Mountain Father.
Yep.
But we don't know where to go for the Kindred. And if we can kind of get the paths to join, then it's easier.
we worked out the path of the Kindred is the far. Not the Kindred. The Mountain Father was the far side of the country, if I'm right.
Yeah. So when you sorry, I'll clarify in a sec. You carry on.
Yeah, they'll have presence locally, which we could investigate and dig into. We may not necessarily investigate and dig into them by talking in, like the Gavain level diplomacy society kind of stuff. We may need the more Zek level, sneaking in the rafters and listening in on a hidden meeting where everyone's running cows.
I was gonna say, are we not in a city of knightly orders? Do they not have a building here or something?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay.
But is that the ones that we need to look after? Because wasn't it a specific
When you say
group
look
of people?
after,
So it's the followers of Shadir, Knights of the Kindred, yeah.
We're originally a part of the Blood Dragon.
Lot.
Yeah, Kindred of the Sanguine.
okay. So who's given us this?
They have a presence in Soviet Survey. I don't actually know any more than that. And this was the point where Zek can argue for higher pay.
So who gave us this? Why are we doing it?
Allow me to introduce you to the traitee, Demir.
Isn't Demir a rank?
I don't know.
Traitee is the rank. Demir is her name. Or person.
She nods.
So who's she?
Number 3 head honcho.
Oh, okay. A pleasure to meet you, number 3 head honcho.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so what's this Knight of Kindred?
She looks to you, Gavin.
So the Knights of the Kindred are the followers of Shadir. They're not shooting knights from the blood dragon followers. You know, the ones that are the most populous in this town.
Yes.
They split up and chose to. They're originally a smaller flavour of the Kindred of the Sanguine. They split up and chose to follow Shadir, the Hammersmith dragon, the dragon of magic, because they wanted to be all sneaky and.
Tevez dragon.
Yeah, that's the one. Their anathema is, by the way, having a backup plan and getting defeated, which tickled me.
Their anathema is having no backup plan.
They really hate having a backup plan.
Not having a backup plan.
They hate not having one.
Oh, right. So they're people with plans upon plans upon plans.
Yes,
right, okay.
yes. But also anathema to them is being beaten at their own game, so, you know.
Sounds amiable. I like it so far.
Here's where we need your possible digging in dirt skills. We don't know much else about them at this time. I don't know anything else about them.
I'm pretty good at digging in dirt.
Go and do some investigating stuff. So as you are very mercenary, if you wish to wager your talents for higher pay,
okay, yeah.
there's
So
the person you need to convince.
how much are you paying us now?
Job, and I will do that job. If you wish to get paid for said job, and you don't want to get paid nothing, then you're going to have to ask.
All right.
I will not ask on your behalf.
So, Mrs. Third in charge of everything in this room, what is it you want us to find exactly?
Gavin already knows his orders.
That's great, but what is it you want me to find exactly?
I don't care what you find.
Awesome. And how much are you going to pay for this?
Gavin will be given substantial reward.
Okay, so it's all going to Gawain.
Well, yes. He's one of my knights. You are not.
I'm following this, but he wants me to work for you.
Then ask Gavin how much he will pay you to work for me.
All right, Gawain, the money bags is not giving us any money so far. How much are you going to pay us to do this job?
How does 25% sound?
25% of nothing sounds still like nothing.
Well, I can't give you a quantity, for we do not know how this rabbit hole goes yet.
Oh, right, so we're going to get an expenses with this as well?
I just look at the treaty, look at Zek, look at the treaty again and go, probably.
Right, okay. So I'm doing a job for an undeterminate amount of money.
Yes.
Honestly, this sounds like the worst mercenary gig anyway, but okay, once again, I will trust in you, Gawain.
You don't have to hang around with me, I'm just saying.
I know, but it's vaguely interesting, and I'm just fascinated how you managed to bumble your way through society, yet still survive somehow.
He has everything paid for him by the order.
I'm paid to be part of something.
I know, but it's just frightening, like, honestly.
I'm not exactly bumbling my way through society. I have orders, I follow them. That is the way it works.
Okay, that's really good for you. I mean, the rest of us poor schmucky peasants, we make money and we survive that way.
You don't look like
You
peasants.
have several thousand gold.
I do,
That's
yes.
Peasant money. That's you. You could live very well
The,
for a while. You're kind of rich.
The tree, she just leans back in a chair.
I've never
Eventually.
found having a lot of gold very useful. It
I
just
know.
is more for people to rob.
Oh, no. I don't know how I survive in this world with all of my bags of money and just, Okay, so we're investigating the Night of the Kindred. And what's the other thing? Something over on the far side.
Yes.
Investigating Gawain's sponsor, Gideon's sponsor.
Oh, okay. And that's in some mountains somewhere.
Yes.
And how much are we getting paid for that?
Assume the same.
Some money.
Okay, so we're doing 2 jobs for indeterminate amounts of money.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
There are mercenary halls in the market squares if you wish to find work there.
I think we're going to need it at this rate.
I think you might need it. The rest of us are pretty content.
You have thousands of golds, do you not, Goblin?
I think you
You
should
say
mind
go-
your
go-
own
go- go-
business,
go-
third in charge of everything else in this room except me.
I'm kind of glad of that.
Good. So am I.
I'm also not in charge of these two. Points at Tavay and Sinis.
I know, but, you know, they're really good-hearted people that do things for free. So, you know.
It's not about a good heart. We just see wealth in different ways.
Oh boy, I'm just gonna. I'll wait until you need a rogue, okay? I mean, it's... No, you don't. Currently, we have failed negotiation skills because the militia man, or woman in this case, sorry, it decided that she's not gonna pay us. So I'll just wait. You tell me when you want me to rogue something or check a trap, and I'll give you a Sunday, yeah? And we'll do an expenses account that way.
You charge by the hour, Zach.
I wish I charged by the hour. I'd make so much more money.
So here's how we
As
do
long as
things.
it doesn't charge by the
Here's how we
word,
do
we'll be
things in the
fine.
lawful society. I'm just gonna. No, thanks. So this is a ledger. What you do is you sign here your name and you put your time in and then your time out on a daily basis. And then we touch it up at the end, and that gives you like an idea of how much track your days and like.
While they're
How much do you pay
discussing,
per hour?
while they're discussing accounts, Tavay, can you give me a perception check? This is a
In
retrospective
fact,
perception check.
I need to do that. I can do perspective. I can do perception on here.
We
Can't-
can. We have technology.
I have
Yeah.
the technology.
Click the dice.
I can't perceive much. 16.
Go, you crack on with your life.
Don't mind us. Yeah, so that's fine. We will recompense you, Zach.
Okay, how much?
Okay, if we're going to have this argument every time, I'd rather you didn't travel with us.
Not every time. Just now, we're going to be working for Gawain, so I want to know how much he's paying.
And we can spend the next 3 hours going round and round in this, or we can do the job and
But it's
understand
really
that there is no
boring.
more information to be had right now.
Okay, let's do the job then. Let's
Okay.
roll the dice and see how we go.
Yep, that's how my life works.
Segway.
Oh, fate.
Tell you
So,
what, Zach, if you do the job well, I'll give you a mic.
Oh, okay, now we're in.
Yeah, I would. Right, so get your ear to the ground. I need you to find out where a particular, secret group of knights might be meeting in secret and talking about stuff in secret, without anyone knowing that
Wow.
you're trying to investigate them.
Okay.
A lot of uses of the word secret.
I haven't taken it from Michael. Sorry today.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to a fence about fence things.
Okay, sounds good. Do you want me to accompany or?
Nope.
Good.
yeah, brilliant. Excuse me, lawful citizen. Get out of my shop. Okay, so Zach, you're going to go speak to Fence, yeah? With a PH.
I'm gonna go speak to fence. Yeah.
So-
Just to check, right? It was the Amethyst Dragon and the Knights of the Kindred.
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Anything else?
The name of the Amethyst Dragon is Shadir. Shadiir.
Oh,
E-E-R.
spelling this time.
EER.
Yeah. Deer, as in door, a deer.
Sorry. I will change my spelling.
Shadir, as in, my boy.
I mean, Tivay could go with you. He knows quite a bit about.
Okay, yeah, I'm in Tavay. Are you up for it?
I'll come for a chat.
Okay. You can be my memory, because I am terrible at remembering things.
Sounds like a good idea.
Use sign language.
Yeah, I can
No.
do sign language.
Damn it. Okay.
So Zach and Tavay, you're going to the Fence, yeah? Gawain and Sinis, what are you doing? If anything.
Sinis, your call on this one. I'm done.
I wouldn't mind finding out a little bit more kind of on the mountains and going south, because we're going to be doing that eventually, so kind of getting an idea of a better route and things like that, because we're going to be doing that in the end. and I don't mind wandering around trying to see if there's anything changing, maybe in the taverns and the talk about Shadir and the Knights of the Kindred. I might go do some barding, tell some stories, see what I can pick up.
Okay, noted. Give me a second. As you mentioned something there I didn't prepare for.
What, you mean going barding?
Wait, bardic law you didn't prepare for?
Oh no, look, I've like
No one
four
prepares
gigs
now.
of documents to send you on your bardic bastard laws.
I think it's the hobnobbing that's going to be the problem.
Hobnobs.
It's really funny. I actually was just looking for a map.
Map. I was looking for the map.
Yeah.
So, we'll deal with Zek and Teve first then. So, Zek, Teve, you head through Valkau. Zek leads the way for yourself today, and you are quickly outside Fence's shop. The Runic Silver, I believe. I'm going to scroll up to make sure I got that right. Yeah, the Runic Silver. Which is, to your eyes, Teve, a pawnbroker's shop. There's lots of trinkets in there of no real relevance to the one next to it. There is a orc stood behind there, quite old, greasy looking, and he's dealing with a customer who is giving him a small tea set that is made from stone and clay. No real, doesn't look valuable to your keen crafting eye. But, but a couple of gold is handed over, far above the price that you would have given it for such a mundane item.
Detect magic.
Detect magic?
Yeah, literally wiggle my fingers subtly, cause sorcerer, and be able to see magic auras within 30 feet.
Cool. Your magic sight doesn't extend beyond yourself. Not there isn't anything magical in here. Something is suppressing it from going further than yourself. Yes.
Teve,
Yes, buddy.
less of the finger wiggling.
There's a reason I'm a sorcerer.
I know there's a reason you're a sorcerer, but this is a place of work. We don't do the finger wiggling here.
Alright. What did you bring me along for? Oh, because I
To
know
be
about
my
the
memory. Yeah, yeah.
guy cracking.
Yeah. Also, you know, I really want backup on this because I do not understand this job at all.
That's fine. One little thing that I feel I should correct you from before, though.
Yes.
I'm not good-hearted. I'm good at healing. As
Okay.
soon as I'm not in sight of the guy that might hit me if I summon an undead, I'm summoning a small army to help us fight.
That's pretty good at it, isn't it?
Okay,
I
right.
don't know how Gavane will react to it, but just so you know.
Gavane is not here now, so just be your natural goblin yourself, and neither is Sinis. And quite frankly, I'm quite happy that neither of them are here, because oh my lord, the amount that one goes on about law and the other goes on about law is just too much.
Well, the amount that you go on about gold is just as much.
No, it's not. We don't get paid enough to go on about gold. I mean, honestly, to survive in this world, you need gold. And they just seem to think to do everything for free. And I don't know how it works in their world.
The orc that received gold for the mundane tea set leaves. Fence comes from behind his desk with a crutch, and he's limping on his right leg, and he heads towards...
Hey, buddy, Fence, what happened to the leg?
Disagreement over a price. What can I do for you?
I tell you what, if you can give us some information, we can probably sort that leg out for you.
Is that... Okay. What would you like to know?
Well, we need to know about a group of knights, and before you get snarky about the mere fact that we are in a city of a group of knights, they are a secret group of knights. Mysterious. Known as the Knights of their Kindred?
Never heard of them.
Okay, guess we can't fix that leg for you. Do you know anyone that does know about them?
Nope.
Okay. Do you know anything about an amethyst dragon?
Shadir?
Yeah, that one.
Well, I know of the dragon. She's one of the Pyat, one of the 5.
Do you know any knightly orders that follow her?
Just the ones that follow Shadir.
Okay, I can see we're going in circles here.
I don't appreciate spells. And looks at Tavir going off in my shop.
I wondered why he was being paid so much for an obviously cheap set of teapot.
I was fleecing him for everything he had.
Other way round, but okay.
Yeah. He doesn't change his statement.
Okay.
I think this is the time that you just apologize for casting the spell.
I don't need an apology. Just don't do it again.
No worries.
Or at least ask.
Okay.
So, can you tell us anything about the Knights of Sanguine?
The Knights of Sanguine, pain in my ass. Follow the Blood Dragon. There's plenty of them going round. There's multiple names using Sanguine. They think it's some sort of quirk to their order that they follow the Blood Dragon. Ooh, the Blood Dragon, leader of the Pyat. Very lawful.
Yeah.
We don't get along.
Legit. Do you know anything about an offshoot group that have been sort of more secretive and switched to Shadir recently?
Give me a diplomacy check.
I have a mouse. I have a
We
mouse.
have a mouse. We have a mouse.
Where's my character sheet gone?
You can have a circumstance +2 because Zek is already got a decent relationship with Fence. However, whatever that relationship may be.
At least one NPC.
17.
Yeah. 17? To be fair, what's your name?
Ive.
Pleased to meet you, mate.
You
There's
too, buddy.
several offshoots of knights who kind of get bored of the 915, let's call it, of the strict laws that they have to follow within the different orders. The bigger the order, the more presence they have in the city, the less rules they follow, and therefore will not break anything else. The offshoots, there's plenty of them. Specific ones, I honestly haven't heard of the Knights of the Kindred, but it does not surprise me that there is an offshoot keeping itself to itself.
The specific pointer of them is that they are keeping secrets rather than being open like the rest of the knightly orders. Just wondered if, according to how Zek puts it, that might be something you can trade in.
What you got to trade?
Well, at the minute, some healing for your leg, but I don't know what you're into because I can't see how much magic there's in here.
Why else would I suppress casters? That should tell you how much magic's in here.
So that we could, yeah, of course. But I don't know what interests you if I can't see it.
The healing to start with.
I'm not. All right. Do we need to step outside for that, or will it work?
Oh, it'll work. It's more the intrusive location and detection magics that are suppressed rather than anything else. Like if you cast a fireball, it's going to hurt.
Divination.
Ah.
There you go. What he said.
Yeah. I will crack off a 2-action
I'll pull one
second
off.
level cure wounds on him.
Oh, nice.
He regains 7, 15, 20. He regains 23 hit points. That'll reset some wound.
As if Charlie's granddad from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory has entered the room, Fence lets his crutch go and does a little test of hop, skippity, jig. Realises his leg is indeed healed, more so than he needed, but he's happy. And no longer needs a crutch. He rubs it for a little while, as if reminiscing in the memory of the wound. And cool. Thank you very much, Tavir. So, have you heard of the spiraling flight?
No.
Tavir, Zach, hang on. Oh,
Yay, but we're rolling. I imagine Bardic lore isn't a thing here.
I'm glad I brought someone that has some kind of lore skills.
I can lore goblin or lore warfare.
Zach, I want you to roll thievery.
Oh, yeah.
And Martin, or Tavir, sorry, I want you to roll. What are your 2 laws? Or your law?
Warfare and Goblin.
I do have law underworld, law cooking, and law goblin, but my thievery score is 28.
Thievery will do.
Yeah.
Give me an occultism roll, Tavir.
It's not going to go well.
I'm so glad I brought you.
15.
Right, cool. So,
Cats then.
the spiraling flight to you, Tavir, is a name that you've heard, but you just can't remember where or why, or tavern, story, back of a chuffing bit of parchment in Bogrel, you know what I mean? But you, Zek, you have knowledge of some of the towns you've been in, whether they be very small or somewhat larger. There has always been a underlying mention here and there of when trade's gone beneath or under the view of the militia or those pesky lawful knights. But the Spiraling Flight are mentioned here and there throughout the populaces that you've been in, and have always seemed to be on the receiving end of trade done behind closed doors, essentially.
Yeah, they're like a group of smugglers and tradesmen. Kind of what I would expect you to be part of, Vince.
Very accurate, Zek. Very accurate. Yes, exactly that. They are indeed smugglers and such. They work for several of the knights that wish to keep themselves secret. Now, Knights of the Kindred probably are one of those select orders of knights. So Spiraling Flight is something to keep an ear out for. In fact, they are here to receive in the next couple of days. I can find out for you. Obviously, you never heard it from me, but they are meeting one of their dwarven contacts. A couple of dwarves are coming up from Delinks with a delivery for them.
Oh, really? Is it like a group of like a dozen dwarves?
What? One at a time? Zach, what did you say?
A dozen.
A dozen? What did you say to me?
10 or so.
Yeah, sounds about right. Led by somebody who calls herself Shoulders.
Cracking.
Just doing my job, kids.
We're like in unison, and that was bad.
Okay.
Are you okay? You know these dwarves? You seem to know how many of them there is.
Yes, we started traveling with them and then got split
Sidetracked.
from them. Yeah, because we decided to go down a fissure in the ice. It was really exciting for members of the group.
Find anything?
We found a forge. We found a wyvern. We found
A wyvern?
something that was called like a hydra, but it wasn't around long enough
It
for
didn't
us to
last
tell
long.
what it did.
We found a load of scorpions that
Oh, we
poisoned
found the
us.
arch
Yeah.
nemesis. We found lots of kobolds.
Wow.
I mean, we also found some mushrooms that were nearly a problem.
Oh yeah, we found mushrooms. They were nice.
As far as it goes, what's the information on the location of a stone wyvern left to you?
A lot.
I mean, are we talking thousands?
They are a rare creature, yes. How big are they? How old?
I'm gonna go with about 4 times the size of you.
Well, give me a performance check.
Do you mean deception?
31.
Jesus Christ.
That was also a natural 20.
Yeah.
Crit success.
Fence almost believes the wyvern's in the room with him, just as you present your description and size comparisons. I say, yeah, that is worth a good 1,000 gold.
Okay.
What
well, let me just
condition?
do
What condition is it in, Zek?
Oh, it's perfectly alive. Last I saw it.
Oh dear, that's less.
Why? Because you're going to have to go and deal with it?
Exactly that, Zek.
Wow.
I don't. You saw me with a crutch only mere seconds ago. It wasn't fighting a wyvern.
Okay. So you want us to go back and deal with it?
Well, if you want to, yes.
Not particularly. I mean, we've been there once. I suspect it's going to be really difficult to get the guys to go back there a second time.
It's going to be difficult to get them to kill it because it was friend wyvern.
Oh, that's true. It was friendly wyvern.
It ate the mushroom, so you could get down the hole and escape.
I think the knight had like an affinity to it or something. He was really friendly with the knight.
So, you can either give me the location, and I'll pay you a couple of 100 gold for just the location, or you can bring it to me, at which point I will give you 2,000 gold. But it has to be dead.
I was going to say, do you want it dead or alive? Because I could probably bring it to you alive.
Hey, alive will probably be easier, and think of this, it's trainable.
I don't wish a trained wyvern, I wish a dead wyvern.
No, you just want the scales, don't you? And the bits on the inside and stuff like that. Like chicken heart. Okay.
If we end up back up there, we can maybe take that on. But what we were selling you was the information on one's location.
200 gold for the location.
I'll look to Zach. Do you think we'll actually get the guys to go and fight and kill that thing?
I don't think we will.
Let's take this 200 gold for its location.
Okay, 200 gold it is.
We'll, I'll ask him for a map, and if he pulls it up, we'll put a little X on, like where on the trail it was out of Dolinsk, and like give a description of how to get to the particular cabin.
Cool.
I'll leave out the fact that the rope bridge across to where he needs to get to is broken.
And we'll also leave out the fact that there's Barghest and that there's traps and everything else because he didn't pay for that information.
Cool. Is there anything else I need to know about going down there?
Take your buddies.
Take a rope.
Noted. Many hands over 200 gold. You have 200 gold.
I guess I'll mark that on my map.
I'm just going to make a note, kids.
Happy days. I've been paid. Okay, right. So we've got a group to go on. When should we come back to find out more information about this spiraling flat and where they're going to meet the dwarves?
I don't think it's coming back for information. I think we go find the spiraling flight.
No, he just said he would find some information about where they're going to meet the dwarves.
I can find out for you if you so wish.
I apologise.
And if I didn't, that's what I meant.
Yeah. So, how long do you need?
Rest of the day.
Okay. See you at closing time?
Go for it.
Okay. What time do you close?
I don't.
Oh, awesome. Well, see you at 6 then.
Okay.
Just before tea time. That's quite a nice time.
He looks at you, Taverne, and says, good luck. You take that how you wish.
Yeah.
Thanks very much, Vance. I'll see you next time.
You're very welcome, Zach.
Take care, buddy. Try not to break the leg again.
Shimmy out. Happy that I am 200 gold up.
You shimmy out?
Veiled threats from Timber.
Yeah, that's literally how I was like it. What's your other leg, dickhead? I don't know where you live.
I just meant like
I know what you
banter at the level of dickhead.
So you leave and you start heading back. Are you heading back to them? Yeah. Are you heading back to the Ivy Knight?
Unless Zek's taking anywhere else.
Gawain, you weren't doing anything, was you? You were just chilling out, praying and all that. We get in, yeah. Gawain.
No.
Right.
So presumably we've got maps and stuff which
Yep.
we can. I'll give Sinis a hand trying to plot routes and work out where we're going
Okay.
with Gideon.
This is working.
yeah, well,
Yep.
But also, I'm going to do some swatting up on the languages used by the stuff we've faced so far, like the what's it called? The fawn, the satyr, the demonic satyr,
Okay.
the Barghest, etc. Yeah, I'm going to do some homework.
Okay. So, is this your because you can train skills, can't you?
Yeah, so this level we unlock a skill feat, and I'm going to take multilingual.
Okay.
So I can speak 2 new languages, which is kind of fluffy, but
It gives you 2 new languages.
it's 2,
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, let's see how you roll. Give me a. What are your laws?
Currently, law heraldry.
Yep. Why apparently?
I've got 3.
All right. But did you not have another
and
one?
I have society.
Society. Give me a society roll.
30.
Yeah, you learned 2 languages. So yeah, you throughout your you will have to leave Sinis to the mat work to concentrate on these 2 languages, and you learn Fiendish,
Okay.
which covers Infernal and Abyssal, certain dialects. There may be the odd word that I need you to roll for, but you reckon you can ask where the toilet is and order a pint in those 2 languages.
Yeah, the key information stuff.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
and the swear words.
Yeah.
And the Satyr is Sylvan.
Wait, I should get sold. Nice. Okay.
No. Again, enough of it, you could probably hold a half-decent conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you wish to learn it fluently, the next give it a bit and we'll roll it through your downtime moments.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. So yeah, that will actually take all of your time while they are away.
Quick.
So while you're doing that, Gideon is basically just entertaining himself.
Duolingo, mate.
Yeah. Sinis? Jesus.
Yeah, I'm going to go out into a load of the... I'm going to ask if she... I'm going to ask either Gawain or other people in here where most of the offshoots of the Knights Sanguine are. And then I'm going to go to the taverns around that part of the city and tell a lot of rousing stories about Shadir and how wonderful he is. And link in a load of stuff about secret law and how that's really cool and powerful. And just see what fishing that gets.
All right, okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so in here,
Assuming I'm rolling performance.
not in here. In here, you're going to make a diplomacy check. You get the feeling that in this particular HQ where Gawain is from, 20 on an 8, Jesus, that there is quite a high discipline and commitment to their role as Knights of the Ivy Knight, being extremely lawful. There should be an alignment above lawful for these mother kippers. They talk to you. You get not a deliberate blockage, but it's more a case of they refuse to even entertain the idea of offshoots, even though they're clearly admitting there are offshoots. And you feel it a bit of a dead end within the Ivy Knight halls. Those of rank are what's the word? You can't get an audience with them. Once Zek and that had left, Demir left, and nobody, like, Gawain's almost the highest rank that you bump into in the immediate vicinity. However, once you realise that and you bugger off into the city deeper and you start travelling the taverns and again fish with the Shadir's the best, come speak to me. Now I want a performance check, please. 300. Oh, Jesus. So, turns out you're quite the fisher folk. Yeah, so you hit maybe 4 taverns before you realise that there is a crowd of about 3. Well, there's a decent crowd, but 3 in the crowd have followed you from at least the last 2. You test the theory.
If I'm playing in taverns,
Yep.
this is going to be really weird. Never tell Zek this. If I'm playing in taverns, I will want pain.
Okay. Well,
Zek doesn't know that because he's not there. Put your meta in your pants.
and don't ever show me your meta, Zek. Right?
It's all right. I've already put the counter up. It's like, yeah, I'm there.
We mentioned
Where's
pantsing
Troll
in.
now?
It's 3 minutes past 9. It's fine. So okay. We'll
There's
go.
no watershed on Twitch.
There is. No, it's just permanently on, Zek. So, You notice, so again, you test the theory and you move on to taverns 6, 7, even 8. So you're 8 taverns round, you're working around a couple of the quarters. It will take you most of the day into the evening. But you do notice the same 3 now, and it's consistent enough for you to be like, okay, these 3 are going to accost me shortly. And in the 8th tavern, you finish your performance. You have not paid for anything regarding food or drink throughout the day and the evening in any tavern you go into. Do with that as you so wish. I'm absolutely munted. Wow.
To be fair, she doesn't drink all that much, so
That's cool.
she'll be fine.
Any beverage you
She'll
so
take a lot
wish.
of watered down stuff, especially if I know there's 3 people following me and I've clocked them. I don't want to end up unconscious in an alley somewhere. I've seen this infomercial and I'm good.
Cool. Well, you get to the 8th tavern. You are sat there having your watered down drink, and the 3 of them come and sit at the table that you're at, not in an aggressive manner. 2 of them look quite young, fresh-faced orcs, real deep dark grey skin. The other one with them, she is she looks a little bit older than Gavin, but is a paler grey to her skin. Her hair is a bit messy, oil black, and her attire is one of heavy armour, but not any money put into it, not any gold put into it. The chainmail's got an element of rust around it. It's just a single breastplate rather than the pauldrons and all this expensive gauntlet armour. But you reckon she's pretty well armoured. The other 2 just seem to have some cheap chain. Not even the thick chainmail you used to see on some of the heavier lot that you've seen around the city thus far. But they look fresh-faced and young. And she introduces herself as Chain. Hi. Quite the performance.
Thank you. I see you've watched a few of them.
Well, the lads, and she nudges back, and them 2 sort of sit upright. They're quite a fan, and when they dragged me over, I too am a fan. You know a lot about Shadé. It seems you're quite passionate about spreading the story.
I am very passionate about tales and the spreading thereof. This has been they are a very exciting creature, and they are very powerful. It is good to spread that power. It vitalizes people. It is important to do.
Give me a diplomacy roll.
Don't fail me contact lenses.
Oh, mate.
17?
It's less than 20. Hero point it.
No, I'm good. 17.
17. I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration Tundra dice for the first time.
Oh, I'll just die here.
Not far off. You're on 1 hit point. No. She sort of sits back as you pull off your monologue, nods, smiles. She's impressed with the words she's hearing, but you do get the feeling that she's waiting for more past the sales speech that you've just given. So that's all well and good, and the bravado, we've obviously seen it for the last 6, 7 taverns, is it? She looks back at the 2 lads who you can see have probably had maybe 2 pints of ale in every tavern so far. And I'm
just going to smile and say 8 by my count.
Nice. Okay, well played. 8 it is. But what do you really know about Shadé? Beyond the magic and your obviously bardic ways.
I'm going to grin and just say that power is precious, and to maintain power means maintaining secrets. What do you know?
Cool, give me a diplomacy check. with a +2.
23 then?
Cool, 23. +2 for your 8 comment, you little shit. 28, yeah?
No, 23.
Oh, 23. Where did I get the 28 from? Math.
I'll take 28 if you want. I mean...
23.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Thank you. I'll just take it.
Cool. She laughs, leans forward, There's a cheer in the background because Sirenscape says so. And
The bard's better than me. I'm going to take him down.
yeah, fireball! What the fuck?
It's on. Go on.
She leans forward as I pull my notes out. How are you fit for time this evening?
It depends. I am a wandering bard. My time can be freed relatively easily if something, and I'm going to grin again, interesting occurs.
Would you be available for a private showing? Maybe retell the story to some of my acquaintances.
Yes, where and when?
There is a tavern not far from here called the Spiraling Flight.
Yep.
Just come there when the sun drops. You'll be welcomed. Fed, drink is yours. And I will introduce you to those that may wish to hear a performance or two. And you can see she's got her eyes on past you at the crowd in case anyone's listening.
I'll just nod. But this is fine.
Do you have a problem with dwarfs?
I don't have a problem with anyone if they are friendly enough.
Good, good.
It does not pay to be discourteous to people when you are in my profession.
It is a good way to behave. There may be one or two dwarves there, that is why I ask.
This is fine.
Well, I'm going to take these two for a strong dip in the horse's trough.
What?
I will see you this evening then. What have you been announcing yourself as through the taverns? Sinis or something else?
No, I'll probably stick with Sinis to build the brand because I'm an idiot.
Fucking marketing through and through. Then I'll see you there this evening, Sinis. And she gets up and she heads out with the two drunken young youths with her.
Cool.
You do notice, give me a perception check as she's walking away.
21.
21. The hilt of the sword that you just see sticking out the top of her furs, you imagine is as long, if not longer, than Gavaine's, just by the size of the handle and hilt. But there doesn't seem to be an end that protrudes down her back to a sheath or anything as such.
So it's just a hilt.
It appears so, and you can't see beneath the furs. And she leaves.
Cool. I will do another couple of taverns after that, as not to raise suspicion.
Cool.
And then I'll make my way back to the guys.
Cool. You make your way back
If I get anything in tips, just let me know.
Yeah, we'll sort that. So you get back to the guys. You will do your map. So I want you to roll a. I need a GM screen. I'm buying a GM screen, Stu. Give me a survival check.
Oh, this might not go as well. 17. It's not diabolical.
Only got +9.
Yeah, it's only a +9.
From Valkau to the Pride Mountains, you reckon it's about 2 weeks.
Great.
Yeah, and now give me another performance check.
30.
30.
30.
That's your tips.
You earn 60 gold in tips.
Bitchin'.
Jesus.
Most of your tips come from knights, not the locals that work the city.
This is fair. Tips is tips.
Quite a select few knights, to be fair. You see a lot of Shadia's holy symbol on various backings of these knights.
Yeah.
Lovely. And you head back, you sort the map out, you spend some time on the map. As you're looking at the map, you look over, you can see Gavain repeating words in a language I don't believe you know.
I don't, but I was looking at that skill for my next level top up. Because I was like, a couple of languages extra would be great.
Cool. Well, you and Gavain can spend many a night homeworking together, and then when you hit there, you learn it.
Cool. Oh my god, we have a study group.
Yep. Definitely opposite ends of the scale of the goblins. So, Zek and Teve, you make your way back to the HQ. Eat, drink into the afternoon, towards the evening when Sinis returns. The sun has dropped, so Zek, you were, this evening for Fence, Sinis, your tavern, the Spiral Flight. How do you wish to do this?
Can we have a conversation before we go anywhere?
That's exactly what I'm asking. You go in.
Okay. So, we found out some very interesting things. Apparently, there is a smugglers and fences group called the Spiraling Flight. And
Cool.
they do like under the noses of the militia kind of jobs and stuff. They're going to be meeting with a group of dwarves, and get this is a proper kicker. They are led by someone called Shoulders. Does that ring any bells to anybody?
A little bit, yeah.
That's
good.
very exciting.
The one who came with us.
Yeah. So
I have a performance tonight at the Spiraling Flight, and I was warned there may be dwarves there.
Excellent. In which case, I probably don't need to go back to Fence other than to say I've already found out where it is, but I'll go back anyway because it's just good business in our underworld.
Yes,
Also, sorry to interrupt. Sinis, what armor do you wear?
I believe it's medium.
Yeah, but are we talking like scale or
Leather.
Leather, just leather, yeah?
Studded leather.
Studded leather. Okay, excellent. Do you mind if I borrow it?
Right now?
Well, I mean, either I can take it right now or I can get you a new set. Your choice.
Well, I'm about to go and do a performance that may potentially get me stabbed, so not now.
Okay, I'll get you some new one. I'll also see if I can pick you up some Silver Tongue mutagen. You'll like it, trust me.
You don't have to do any of that?
I do. I feel you are slightly underprepared. And this is me trying to offer an olive branch. At least that's what Teve said it was called. And he's the nature one.
Teve said it was a 2 before, not an olive branch.
No, it was some kind of tree.
Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
I appreciate the gesture. I don't need buying.
It's more to keep you alive.
I'm just going to shrug. I have not struggled up until now.
Good. Okay. And I hope you will continue not to struggle with your new wares. What did you learn?
That if you wander around taverns and very loudly sing about the glory of Shadir, that shady people will come and talk to you and offer you private performances at the Spiral Flight.
Legit.
Oh, grand.
And tips are amazing.
What, like money tips?
Yeah.
Oh, look, you're working on the economy. Well done.
As I've told you previous times, I'm well able to survive, which is why I don't need to beg for funds every time we talk to somebody.
Okay, I don't think it's quite begging, but we'll work on that one together.
I
Maybe
think we
with
shall.
sticks or something. Maybe with olive branches, or these mysterious 2B4s.
Olive wardrobe at this rate.
Yeah. Right, anyway, I am going to get off to go and see Fence, find out if he's got any more useful information, and then pay him for his wares, and I'll probably do some nighttime shopping as well.
I'm going to try not to die.
Do you want to take a backup? I suggest Teve. He's very good.
I was going to say, my options would be Teve, because taking Gavain in there, no offence, Gavain, is more likely to get me killed. And Gideon, I'm very sorry, you are not subtle.
He stands out like a sore mountain.
If it matters, I was going to ask Gavain if you are willing to take off the ivory, and go incognito. I don't know if that follows your.
Give me a perception check, Gavin.
You mean I get to dress him up in a disguise?
No. What's the equivalent of?
24.
What's the equivalent of what?
Yeah, perception's good. What do you get? 24.
24.
Extreme discomfort in Gideon's presence at the mention of taking off the Ivy Knight for a night. He doesn't like today's question.
I understand. I will assuage. I'll just sort of tap Gideon on the side and go. Sometimes, in order to get close to those who are worthy of being judged, you need to not let them know that the judgment is round the corner.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So,
Maybe you need to not let them know that the judge is round the corner.
yeah, exactly.
Or as opposed to taking something off, we can just put something over
Put
it.
something over the top.
That's what I
Although that
meant.
does mean I found out.
I did only mean
I can. Where are you headed?
a shifty ass tavern.
Yeah. Where is it on the map? I'll pull out my beat map of the city.
Gideon leans forward. And puts his hand on the map, like palm covers it. Do not tell us. And then he looks at Gavin.
Okay.
Okay, but I would like to know, so if I just have my back to you and then someone points at the map, is that okay, Gideon?
He ignores you completely.
I mean, he is being a jerk at the moment.
And he takes the map and puts it in his pouch. Do not tell us.
As you wish, Gideon.
Hard mode it is.
Lady, can I give them the acorn?
If you want.
Okay, so I mean, I can physically give it to you.
Yeah. It's not. Yeah.
I'll just press it into Sinis's palm and say, "I'll be nearby if you need me."
Thank you for this note.
You know the acorn allows them to speak to nuts, yeah?
Yeah, I was going to say, this is really awkward.
Yeah.
It's
Sure enough.
Hey, sweetie, how you doing?
She'll be like, Gavin? Who's this heathen on the other side, eh?
Oh my god, it's either going to turn into a cat
this?
fight.
I was going to say, who's this not answering my acorn?
Or it's going to turn into, oh, I can't believe he said that to you, sweetie.
Next time she sees you, she'll be like, give me that acorn, Gavin, flicking through with you. Who's this? Who's Sinis? Huh? Who's Gavin? Eh? You know what I mean?
Better than just walking up to me and slapping me, which is what I'm presuming is going to happen.
Always fear the acorn's call history.
Oh, shit, the bed.
Yeah, so okay, I'll look at Getty and nod in understanding. Do not worry, I am not removing my livery, but I will be on hand and available.
Are you
to run.
still giving them the acorn, Gavin?
I'll give them the acorn. The idea being that if they think they're getting into trouble, they might be able to tell Nuts to let me know somehow. in Animal Messenger.
She's literally going to pull out the acorn and go, Gavin. Right, where are you? They're in trouble. And Sinis is going to answer and go, we need Gavin.
Send the squirrel!
You're going to sat in a park with fucking Talwyn going, I gave him acorn, I don't understand why it's not working.
Oh, wait, on a sad note, do I still have Tawin?
You do, yeah.
Oh, awesome. I will take Tawin out. Are you awake?
Shotgun.
Talwyn, yeah.
Slapping it on the table.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello.
Zek slaps
I'm just saying,
Sarah
animal
on the
cruelty
table.
is on the list.
It's going up, it's going up.
It's going up. It's always going
So-
up.
It's a phase made of light,
So
it's fine.
Zek slaps his ferret on the table. Talwyn's sat there, very, very much awake and glowing bright blue.
Hey, Tawin,
Tilts his head.
if we go to somewhere and we need you to come back here, do you reckon if you poked your head out and followed where we were going that you could come back here and get these two if we need them?
Talwyn sort of almost face pause, looks at Gideon and Gavin, looks back at you and shrugs their shoulders.
Awesome. I'll take that as a maybe. That's the best I got.
Talwyn now works their way around the table now, just being nosy on everyone's dinners and drinks, and hops across the other tables to some of the other squires and knights.
Do get into trouble, Tywin. Good ferret. Okay, so I don't know where this tavern is that you're going to be going to. So do you want to come with me to see a fence about a fencing thing, and then we'll go to the tavern, and that way you've at least got 2 people with backup, and we've got Tywin maybe being able to bring the mountain child and Gawain.
Whereabouts is your fence?
I would point on a map, but
It's
we don't
about
have one.
Yeah.
It's not that far. It's like half an hour.
Is it half an hour the other direction from somewhere I should already be because the sun's going down?
I don't know because we don't know where your tavern
I'm
is.
asking Adi. I'm asking Adi.
It is.
Sorry.
It is.
I know where the things are.
It is in the opposite direction. So it'll be half hour there and half hour back to then onto yours. So if you went to the fence place first, you'd be about an hour and 20 minutes late.
I'm going to be late, and I think that will amount to more suspicion. To be fair, the dwarves are there, and the dwarves know me anyway.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
And we did help bury their dead,
Help heal them too.
so I'm not as worried as I would have been, because there are people there that know us, and we left on quite good terms.
I mean, kind of. We did sort of expect them to. We did expect that we were going to come out of that mound and travel with them.
You did
Didn't
send
let
a
them
message.
know.
You did send the message to them
Did
to
we?
tell
We
them
did.
to meet you in Valko.
So
Yeah.
I'm more than happy
Ah.
to go and meet them.
cracking. I forgot that.
Okay.
I didn't.
So yeah,
Okay. And it's it's a pub called or a tavern called the Spiraling Flat, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Hopefully I will
And,
see you there.
if I don't come back tonight, you know that's where you need to find.
Okay, but do come back. Stay safe.
It's on my list of things to do. Yes.
Good.
It's a good list. It's a good list.
We think.
I'm off to see a fence about a fence.
I'm going to change my gear so I'm not wearing Mr. Gawain's Ivy Knight thing.
Oh, I never put it on.
No, seriously, that's in the backpack for later, you know.
I'm going to hand mine to you, so I don't have it on me.
Backpack. And I'm going to follow her.
Cool.
Are you following me, not him?
I'm going to follow you because he's talking to a friend and you might need backup.
Sweet.
So Zek, you're going to go to fence.
Yeah.
Tavate and Sinis, you're off to the Spiraling Flight Tavern.
Yeah.
Yep. Gawain, you're waiting at the HQ for Talwyn with an acorn and a druid to come and find you. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm actually going to teach I'm going to teach Mountain Boy some stuff as well.
So you started off with his actual name and then just decided to say other stuff to describe him.
I generally started about to call him Geldian for some reason.
All right. Well, you're the gaffer. He'd probably respond. So you're going to. What are you teaching him?
Probably start with I'll find out what he does and doesn't know about like hierarchies and traditions and stuff, and then from there we'll go on to some like sparring.
Cool. You immediately find out he knows nothing.
Cool, sweet. That's
He knows the very raw ABCs of the Ivy Knight, which is why he's so strict on it.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, we'll go through contacts in town and
Cool.
talk to them.
Lovely. Right, you can do that. So, right, we're 27 minutes past, so I'm going to have a break there because I'm busting. We are going to have a break, my lovely Pathfinder friends. So, those of you watching, please stick around while we see what this lot get up to. Yeah, in a dodgy tavern and in a fencing shop. I cannot wait. So, so thanks for that. Thanks for tuning in. Please join in. We're going to have a 10-15 minute break max where we all go get a drink, relieve ourselves, and return for part 2. Thank you for our sponsors, etc., etc. You can see everything on the screen. Go check them out. Enjoy the break music. It's lovely. And we shall see you all very shortly. Right, there we go. We're not out. I'm still on.
disguise yet? Oh wait, no, I'm not there.
Well. So, welcome back. Hopefully you can all hear me. Let me get my music going again. I have noticed that no matter what game I'm playing or what populated audio thing I play from Cinescape, there is the sugar dates and pistachios, man. And I can't find the soundbite they use to turn it off. So we're just going to assume that he's the big bad in every campaign going. Right, welcome back. Pathfinder Second Ed, Call of Stone campaign, our lovely sponsors, Just Games, Loke Battle Mats, Coyote Grey and Sawdustandswearwords. Go check them out. Google is your friend, or there may be links appearing in the chat. Sawdust, get on it, lad. So yes. You should be able to see. So Coyote Grey, I forgot I'd done this. You see the little tokens above Tave, Sinis, Zek and Gawain? They're the tokens that Coyote Grey designed and that we use on Roll20. So, yeah! Right, just before the break, this lot, from using the Ivy Night HQ as a bit of a base at the minute, to go and do things, Zek and Tave went to the Runic Silver to speak to the Fence, and get a bit of information on the Spiraling Flight and the Knights of the Kindred, and the fact that they are a bit of a dodgy smuggling, or at least the Spiraling Flight, a bit of a dodgy smuggling group, unit, etc. That are currently meeting some dwarfs, led by somebody called Shoulders. Din, 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 din. Gawain learned a couple of languages, or at least enough that he could communicate in said languages, and has been teaching Gideon the ways of knightly heraldry and hierarchy and such. Sinis decided to make a fortune in tips, find out some information from a couple of fans of Shadir who have invited her to do a private performance at a tavern called the Spiraling Flight, which they will be getting away now. So now we are here. Zek is going shopping and to speak to Fence. Tave, during your time, as we, just for those watching, we did it in the break because I forgot to get him to do it just before. Tave's glaive, he spent a bit of time on throughout the day after hanging out with Zek for a bit, concentrating and looking into the glaive's powers, as two of the powers were unknown to him. He discovered that he may use the glaive to perform key strike and a very powerful key powered move using the glaive to do something called Quivering Palm, which if you know, you know. If you don't, you'll have to find out when Tave uses it on the big boss.
Someone messes up.
When Tave decides he's recruiting new adventurers and this lot get PvP'd into the ground. So, Tave's doing that, and then he's going to join Sinis as they go to the Spiraling Flight for Sinis' private performance. Gawain is going to continue until somehow Nuts sends a animal messenger across 4,000 miles of tundra to tell him your mates are dead. And Zek's off shopping. Zek is off shopping and to speak to Fence. Talwyn goes with you, Zek, climbs into your backpack and sits there and goes with you. And we will sort you out first, Zek. So, are you off shopping first, or are you off to Fence first?
Off to Fence first.
Cool. You get to Fence's shop. There is a couple of candles lit, but it is open. There's a band playing in the street, apparently.
Hey, Fence, what's with the musicians outside?
There is a festival approaching, so you'll hear this a lot.
Tuning up the band. Oh, okay. Did you manage to find any more about the Spiraling Flat?
I did. There is a tavern about maybe an hour from here if you just head east ish across a few of the districts. You will find a tavern called the Spiraling Flight.
They're not really subtle then on their underground work.
Plain sight, apparently.
Oh, okay.
But they are they are indeed working, or at least currently on a contract for Knights of the Kindred. And they have arranged with the dwarfs to exchange a gemstone, an amethyst gemstone.
Well, makes sense. I mean, they do follow like the amethyst dragon and stuff like that. Excellent. 5 gold?
5 gold.
Yeah. Services rendered.
You wish to give me 5 gold?
Yes.
I'll take your 5 gold.
Okay then.
Do you wish to earn more?
I could always do with earning more.
Cool. Give this to Dimitri in the spiraling flight. And he holds up a potion. And it's got a very dulled yellow colour.
Okay, and who is Dimitri?
He works behind the bar at the spiraling flight.
And you can just go in? There's no like secret password or anything like that?
It is a tavern, Zek. Just walk in and order a drink.
Okay, excellent. How much am I getting for this delivery?
100 gold.
Cash up front?
I'll give you 50 now and 50 when Dimitri tells me you got the potion.
Sounds good.
Cool. So, and then you go shopping?
Yeah, and then I make my way over towards the spiraling flat.
Cool. Can you tell me what you bought, please?
I'm just going to go and get a +1 resilience studded leather armor.
Okay. Is that all you're getting?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's what I'm getting for Sunis.
It's not too difficult. You are in a capital city. It is almost a metropolis. And you do indeed find a shop that sells you the armour you require. Are you going past Gawain to the tavern, or are you going straight to the tavern?
No, I'm going to go straight to the tavern.
Cool. Sinis and Tavir, as you walk to out the Ivy Gates, well, we've got extra props, out the Ivy Knights HQ, into the streets, you hear music being played in close by, then it slows down, and then there's some in the distance. You instinctively know, Sinis, it sounds like practice. Like whoever's playing the music and wherever they play it from, they're practicing rather than actually performing.
That guy's shit.
They all sound shit to you, to be you hanging out with Sinis. Sinis can do things with her tongue they can't do with a fiddle.
I'm going to add 5 for that.
You can have a reroll, dear Sinis. Vanessa!
No!
What I just said the name of a person.
So we're going to move on.
Right, so you oh god, I'm gonna die. You head towards the spiraling flight. As you come into the courtyard, you see there's several taverns around this courtyard. In the centre of the courtyard, there is a draconic-looking creature, very similar to yourself, more lizard than dragon, and they are playing a violin, or a... It is definitely a violin. It is made from stone. There is no markings or writings upon the stonework, but the statue looks well kept, and nobody seems to be, no one seems to be giving it any disrespect. Do you want to do about it? Well,
Yeah. What about people playing a violin?
people.
My people.
Go on and give me about it, what?
Ailey Wonder. 31.
Pitch.
You did that!
And you were going to give her a portion. So,
To help you, yeah.
so you instantly recognise the...
Sorry.
You reckon the lizard is Olaf the Witchbreaker.
That's cool.
And Olaf the Witchbreaker is a lizard folk. Some said he was the greatest violinist. Others said he had a rage within him that couldn't be tempered. The word scald comes to mind quite a lot. A similar path to yourself. But Olaf was very well known for hunting down arcane users who wield magic to force their own fates and not embrace the true path of fate.
I'm a swoon a bit of the statue. I clearly like this boy.
Rubbing your hands over the scales.
To be fair, what I might do, AD, is if there's any offerings near it, I'll leave either some gold or...
there is a silver plate on
something.
a stone tablet just beneath. The offerings in there are coppers and silvers as a cheeky nudge to him being a bard.
Cool. I will fish out some coppers and silvers.
Of your own pocket, out of the bowl.
Yeah.
You've got change for a gold in there, isn't it?
No. I'll put some coppers and silvers in from mine.
Cool.
Probably, maybe recite a quick poem and then crack on.
Cool. And across the courtyard, you see the spiralling flight, which is a spiraled staircase painted on the wooden sign above the tavern door. You enter, and as you enter, you are hit with a volume of a very busy, he says, as he brings up the Simonscape, a very, very busy tavern.
Nice to hear they're selling sugar dates and pistachios in here.
Sugar dates and pistachios!
Yeah.
There we go. It is rammed in here. Hopefully you can all hear that. Music is playing. People are bustling. It's so busy in here that everyone seems to be talking, but because there's so many of them, there's nothing. You can't determine what they're actually saying. Excuse me. You notice that the majority of people in here are half-orc. There is not a single what you would assume is a knight in here. There are a handful of goblins. There are 4 lizard folk. The bar is a U shape as it covers 3/4 of access in the tavern, so people can get to the bar from those 3 angles. And then there's 3 dwarfs sat at a table with a couple of half-orcs.
Is it rowdy in here?
It's really rowdy.
Cool. I want you to know that the card I just drew said that there was excessive... things were excessive and there's a lack of discipline.
Oh, yeah. You don't see any knights in here, and it's rowdy as.
Yeah! The deck knows.
So, and you recognise one of the 3 dwarfs as Shoulders. Everyone in here seems to be in casual clothing. There's no armour, no great axes, none of that. No one's wielding a spell book and an orchid staff. Everyone seems to be in here, seems to be a local drinker.
I'll probably go over to say hi to Shoulders, to be fair, because we were going to go meet up with them anyway.
Cool. As you approach, Shoulders stops her conversation with the half-orc in front of her, sees you two, and just pushes the table into the orcs in front of her, where they sort of like, as she hits them in their stomachs, and she just vaults over the table and stands before you and goes to embrace you both in a big hug.
Oh yeah, I will hug her. To be fair, if I can aid it, I'll try and hug and lift her.
Give me a athletics.
I'm involved.
Give me an athletics. Is it athletics? Yeah, athletics.
Only a 15.
You put her on her tiptoes. I mean, she's called Shoulders for a reason. She is definitely overweight and breadth. But she sort of understands what you're trying to do when she raises up on her tiptoes to give you that feeling of accomplishment. As you notice, Tevye's off his feet. And she puts you both down. Where have you two been? Where's the rest? Are they dead? Are you alright? Are you alright? Are they dead?
No.
We can bring them back if they're dead. She's
They're
looking
not dead.
around.
They're not dead.
Join us. You lot, piss off. And she tells the half-orcs to do one, in case you didn't get that. And the half-orcs move and make space for you both. Zach, you had your hand up?
He was adding one to the counter.
You're not there yet?
No, he
oh,
was
right, I
adding one
see.
to the
I see.
counter.
I see. Oh, I can't even swear. That's ridiculous. That is...
What's it's always on?
You lot do one, right? So the half-orcs move and give their seats over to yourself and to Vic. Sit down, sit down. Oh, skinny lad.
Very, very politely say thank you to the orcs.
They just no worries William, and they back off in my most Russian orc accent. And
Weird.
weird. It's a Russian term for massive.
Yorkshireman.
For Yorkshireman, yeah. They politely nod. They're kind of glad that someone took the time to acknowledge their existence. Shoulders shouts over one of the waiters. What do you want? Do you want a drink? Whatever they want, put it on my tab. Young lad, young half orc. What do you want?
Probably watered down wine for me.
Done. Looks at shoulders. yeah. She likes that sort of stuff. Just give her it.
Whatever.
Or
Whatever.
watered down ale. I don't care.
As long as I'm not going to fall over before she finishes playing.
Looks at shoulders. You know what to bring. And he walks away.
It's like extremely watered down wine.
Tap water.
Down whiskey.
With a grape in it. So you So tell me everything. It's been a week maybe.
Oh mate.
Is that all? Good God.
We have done things and seen so many things. We stayed down in the cabin for a while.
Fought some more scorpions.
Got lost for a bit, yeah. Those scorpions.
Them
So
bloody
many
scorpions.
Some kobolds.
Well, you shredded them for everything. I bet a couple of gold off the shells and the poison.
Yeah, to be fair, I was going to say the carapace will set you up quite well. They're
Good for you.
probably cold resistant. To be
You
fair.
know, the hole that we initially went down.
Ah, the big hole. You fell down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a fair few more corpses down there if you're going back the other way. If you want to pick
Oh
up.
no!
and
Thanks for that,
sell 'em.
today. Cheers. Thanks.
Plenty of scorpions. There are kobolds and various other things down there, so
You have to go pretty deep.
you may find yourself in the world of the living again.
Yeah, all right. Oh, what else I
I
should
think
have...
that was that not their law that they thought that when they died they went to.
Yeah, they reincarnate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Noted.
So yeah, we were. Pardon?
Noted.
So
I need a few more. There's only them two left. We're right here,
Yeah.
shoulders. Shut up. I'm not talking to you.
smile and nod at the other two.
They just sort of
Still
nod as
alive
well. Yeah. Don't know for how much longer we're there about. I told you to shut up. So where's the other two?
Zach's picking up some stuff from someone I reckon you know.
Shopping. Someone
cold
I know.
fence.
Yeah, mate.
From a fence.
Cold
Yeah.
fence. But
Cold
probably.
fence. Ah, fence PH. Oldest
Yeah.
looking orc, greasy hair.
Aye. He's over there. He'll be along in a bit. And
Don't trust him.
Give in studying.
Gavain's stuck at the I wouldn't use a fence. Gavain's stuck at the order because his squire thought this particular tavern might be a bit rough and one wearing ivy shouldn't come in.
That's fair, to be honest. I mean, look at him. Just sort of gestures to the entire crowd. Well, studying, not really my thing, but yeah, whatever. One of the
I'm just
dwarves.
gonna look at crowd.
Yeah, go on.
Like I played for worse.
I've no doubts in this. Are you playing here tonight?
Yeah. I'm
Today said he didn't want
look
to pass out
around.
before he performed. Give me a
I'm
perception
gonna
check.
look around, to see if I can see the people I'm supposed to be playing for.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've wanted to do for a little bit.
I'm gonna say some orcs that have just been sod off from a table.
I don't think they were orcs.
They were orcs that she asked them to sod off.
No, No, but with the people that I spoke to.
Oh, the
orcs
people you
earlier?
spoke to orcs, yeah, they were half orc.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see shit. That's a 16.
16. You have a quick look. It is heavily crowded. Heavily crowded, and you unfortunately don't see the person you are looking for.
Gubbins.
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 I sees nothing
But yeah,
with a f.
I'm looking for. Yeah, I've got some people coming. I'm gonna just because they mentioned the dwarves. I'm assuming that they know them. So they mentioned there'd be dwarves here. Someone called Chain.
Chain. Ah, no, Chain. That's why we're here.
Well, yeah, they said there'd be dwarves, and I didn't realise they meant you. So that's awesome.
There's not many of us come to Valcal. Like, there's a lot of orcs here. Not that's any, you know, they're just all bigger than us, and we don't like people taller than us. No
Deal with
offence to this. Yeah, but you know, that's just because you're small to me.
Exactly.
What can I say? I was a big egg.
That's thick, some might say. quite a shell on you. But yeah, no Chain.
Yeah. So I'm performing for Chain, so you may get to see some of the wonders again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Any particular
Just waiting
subject?
for him. They seem quite enamoured with the tales of Shadia, so.
Give me a perception check.
Oh yeah, I'm well up in that.
So I'm going to throw one in too because I'm keeping eyes out for that particular trigger.
That's a 31.
Oh,
I'm not going to beat that.
Shit.
I see time and space. I suddenly realised we're playing a game.
It's also a critical
check.
success.
It's a critical success. 17.
No one here is good.
You stare, Tavir. You're trying to wait for those telltale signs, and you, for a moment, you then sort of readjust and be like, "Oh shit!" And you realise you're staring at the dwarf to the left of Shoulders, and don't see any telltale sign. Whereas Sinis informs you that you need to roll higher. On a 31. At the mention of Shadia, there is a adjustment in Shoulders' body language. One of how do I word it?
Apprehension.
No. One of shared interest. You will notice on your critical success, Shoulders did not want that to be apparent to anyone.
Okay. I will smile at her in a kind of, hopefully not too obvious way, and just say, if you have any requests, you know I'm always happy.
I'll keep that in mind. Chain, and you look over your shoulder and you see the female half-orc Chain coming towards you in her. She is still attired the way she was in the tavern you saw her in her rusted chain and breastplate, which stands out like a sore thumb in here because she's having to push past people and everyone else is just in, you know, woolen tunic and trousers. Ah, Sinis, you came. That's good. I hope Shoulders here is treating you well. I am.
Yeah, we know one another.
So, who is this? And nods towards Tibby.
This is today. He's one of my companions.
Hi, how you doing?
Mine, does Tibby have anything on them of Shadia? Like symbols, anything? Or do you keep it? Is it noticeable? Is it noticeable? It's all I need to know.
I'm not a diehard fan, but how can I put it? I'll probably have a little medallion that says yeah.
That says yeah. Cool. I just need to know if I can see it.
Yeah, there'll be a little pendant of Shadia's symbol.
You notice that Chain's eyes go to the symbol. She nods and smiles. May I? Of course you can. And Shoulders. You do one. So close. You do. Pish. You do one. The dwarf doesn't even argue, just takes his pint, nods to his mate takes his pint, and they both leave so Chain can sit down at one of the chairs. So there is Chain, Shoulders, and you two sat at this table. Your drinks are brought over at this time. There is a tray of tankards given to Shoulders. There is a wooden wine goblet given to Chain, and you two are given your own tankards.
Are we going to watch this dwarf do mugs of ale like shots? Is that what's going to happen?
I can neither confirm nor deny that Shoulders is my favourite NPC ever. She's what I could have been. And you are given for drunk. If I was Pitbull. You two are given your drinks, and they are both filled with water. And you do indeed see Shoulders raise a tankard down the hatch and nail an ale.
Ale. Love it.
So many list of t-shirts.
I'm gonna nod. It's like, fair.
So Chain, they're here for you, and I'm here for you, Chain, and Sinis is here for you. So you do the talking and just nails another ale. Chain checks her head, takes a drink, takes a drink of her wine. Yes, she drinks like that all the time.
But that was fast how she got inebriated.
That's how she talks.
I was gonna like, are you a practicing alcoholic?
Shoulders has been here for a few hours, so that's not her first tray, shall we say. So yes, Sinis, if you would like to perform, the stages, and she points to where the stage is. My acquaintances are in the crowd, and will come and sit with us after your performance. If that
Do
is
you have
okay
any
with you.
requests? Any requests, or would you like a repeat of before?
A repeat, please.
Not a problem. And I will nod to Tabay and everybody and just be like, in a bit.
Cool.
And I'll go and do the thing.
Sinis makes her way to the stage and rolls a performance check. That one, there we go.
It's a 20.
Not far off.
You've got hero points, and it is 10:15.
I am quite tempted to re-roll actually, because 20's not that high for me. But I can't re-roll it. But I'll go for it. 25. That's better.
Cool. So you get up there, you sort of clear your throat, clear it again, and then perform. It takes you about 10 minutes to retell. What does regale mean?
Tell a story.
There you go. So you do regale. Oh, I'm all over
I know
this.
what you mean. You mean regale and retell because I'm doing both at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is why you're confused.
Good England. There we go. And you spin it so beautifully that the crowd actually simmers down and they turn to listen. Even those at the farthest reach of the tavern, who are pretty much inebriated to the point where they're just saying the same word to each other for many, many minutes. They stop.
There is a pouch for tips. I feel I need to point this out.
Yeah. You get 40 silver in tips.
Not bad for 10 minutes work.
You tell your story for 10 minutes. Everyone pays attention. Tavay, while you're listening to the story, give me a perception check.
I'm going to say this again, and it's probably going to be a no. Off a roll. 11. I'm going to hero point that because Jesus.
You are aware of the table.
That's better. 21.
That's enough. The empty seats at the table left by Sinis and the spare one from the other dwarf. As you're listening to the song, you sort of turn and you notice two orcs come towards the table and sit. They both greet Chain with a nod. She nods back. Shoulders ignores them and is completely taken by the story. And then they listen to the story. They both nod to you but don't say anything.
I'll politely nod if they do.
And they just listen to the performance. The 10 minutes passes, even yourself to me, you're like, that is pretty damn impressive.
But shit, that's pretty free, man.
Like, she hit every aspect of Shadir, and the bits that she hit well were so exaggerated you can imagine yourself sailing the seas, worshipping Shadir.
People would be proud.
People would be proud.
And Sinis returns to the table with a absolute booming of applause from the tavern. So much so that nobody hears Zek enter the tavern. Zek, you walk into the tavern, people are clapping crazily. You just see the back of Sinis leaving his stage towards a table where you see Tavir, 3 orcs, and a dwarf that you recognise as Shoulders. And there are a couple of lizard folk in there, majority half orc, and as before, everyone looks like local drinkers rather than, you know, we're all adventurers.
It's always nice to enter a room when someone is applauding you.
Yeah, fair.
I'll walk over to the bar.
You head over to the bar. There are 6 people working it. It's in a U shape around the tavern.
Excuse me, barkeep.
A young half-orc, she steps forward. Yes?
Is there one called Dimitri here?
There is. Dimitri, the young orc turns. His hair is shaved at the sides and a little bit floppy on top. And he just walks over. Yes?
I would like a half pint of something not very strong, and a mutual friend and acquaintance of ours sent me to give you this.
I've got this now. I've got this. Oh, okay. And she heads off. He leans forward. You don't just give me over the bar.
Hey, he only paid for me to give it to you. He didn't say to do it subtly.
Yes, but our mutual acquaintance is not the sort of person that gives it over the bar. Meet me at the end of the bar. And he points towards the other end of the bar.
You want me to just walk down there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You pot it up. It comes in pints. And Dimitri meets you down the other end. And he sort of, he flips the bar lid and the doorway. And he crouches down to the bar. Right, give it here.
You want me to do this subtly?
Yes.
Oh, fine then.
I'm just checking. Is it thievery?
33.
It doesn't matter what you roll. It could be an arcana roll and you'll do it.
It is thievery, and yeah.
So
I'll use my pickpocket ability.
We'll give it here then. And he's still waiting for you to give him it.
Give you what? It's in your pocket.
He checks his... Why didn't you do that in the first place?
Because there's a big bar between us. Now there's no bar.
That's damn impressive, by the way.
I know.
Here, can you give this to our mutual friend? And he gives you a scroll, which you will know, I believe, immediately as a spell scroll. Give me an Arcana check. Yeah, you should know spell scroll.
I'm an expert in Arcana.
Oh yeah, spell scroll.
20.
It's a spell scroll. But it's
okay.
Wrapped and fastened. It's not out to read. You'd have to do that by breaking the seal.
And how much are you paying me?
I'm paying you nothing.
Well, it's really awkward then. I can't really deliver it, I think, if you're not going to pay a messenger.
Oh, you'll have to speak to Fence.
Did he ask for this?
It's payment for this.
Oh, okay.
Dimitri steps back and goes back to work behind the bar.
Still want my half a pint.
He steps back up to you and provides you your half a pint.
Excellent. Thank you. Have a good evening. I'm going to go meet a dwarf who's probably going to be very... I don't know. We'll find out.
So as you start heading across the bar, Sinis, you sit back down. There are 2 very well dressed. Their hair is slick back. Well, obviously you see this as well, Tavir. They are very... as close as you can get to high fantasy Russian orcs, as suited and booted. Their finery is expensive. Their boots are soft leather, well made. They have an air of richness, or at least wealth, about them. As you approach the table, there is not a chair, but one of them stands and holds his chair out for you.
I will nod and sit down.
Sinis, was
Thank
it?
you. Yeah,
Quite the performance. Very impressive.
thank you.
And just as passionate as Chain here had described. 2 seconds. I need to put all this on one fucking document.
Ah!
What? I can't say document. I know.
People are wondering what the count is. I'm sure we'll explain at some
We'll
point.
tell them at the end. That way they have to watch for another 40 minutes.
It's, I have her up to 21.
Cool.
Wow, only 21. I thought we'd gone to like mid-20s by now.
I've been role playing. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, okay.
I could go to 25, but go on, Aidan.
I am Arena, and this is Casina.
But we already know an arena.
Not that I know of.
Not on my list. My list is very short of people that I've actually paid attention to long enough to write their name down.
So your own.
No. Didn't you say one of the ladies at Glycia was called Arena? Or am I misremembering?
Give me a sec.
I think the lady that we spoke to that gave me the necklace was called Arena.
Ah, right. So Irina, yeah. So it's
Right, that's fine.
So her name is Irina, and this one is spelt like Colosseum Arena.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
It's Arena.
Right. That's why I was confused.
Yeah,
I was
so,
like,
yeah, so
is it Arena?
You are correct.
You're right. Fancy meeting you here. Changed teams, have you?
It is definitely my wonderful accent, but yes, it's
That's fine. That's fine.
Irina and
Must be a
Arena.
riot for Sinis when she meets someone called Dave and Dave. There are 2 Daves in the world?
These are two
More just
different.
clarifying that he wasn't the same
Yeah,
character.
it is.
Yeah.
Fair play. But yeah, two different names, just the way I say them, which is gonna ruin most of the plot. Oh my God, we've known you for years. No.
My boy.
You were the baddie all along!
Shoulders and boulders. Oh, there's a business to start.
Ah.
So, yes, I'm Arena, and this is Casina, which for spelling is Ksenia.
Okay, because I was just expecting it casino with an A.
If it's easier for you to remember, you may spell it differently.
I just assumed it was a really bad mafia gambling pun.
Oh, casino. All right, no, but noted. The next one maybe.
This is Casina. Spelt casino, but with an A.
Pronounced bouquet.
Bucket. Pronounced bucket.
So
Yeah, I'll say hi.
Cool. So, Casina's one already sat, and Arena is the one that pulled the chair up for you. He goes and fetches another chair, brings it up. So,
I'm gonna just offer you my knee.
Yeah, fuck it.
alright,
Makes it easier.
there's now a spare chair.
Oh, shit.
Oh right, sorry, I didn't realise it was a spare one. Sit on the chair.
That's like, I'm just going to got another chair.
I swore twice.
I thought the chair was for them to sit down on.
Yeah, they went and got another chair to sit down on. You're all sat at
Right,
this
never mind.
table.
Yeah,
You're
we
all sat at the
sit-
table.
We all sit down.
You all
It's
sit
magical.
down. There's tables everywhere. You can put that back in the bin, Sawdust and Swear Words. With his casino. So, Shane here tells me you are a big fan of Shadir. Stop reading the Twitch.
I find it. Hey, I've got 11,000. I can name one too. I am a fan of great stories, and they provide some of the best.
Just to feel like I'm part of the conversation, I'm just going to pipe in. Oh, it's just phrased that way.
Quite a good way to be raised. Your names, may I? Shane doesn't offer your names. Allows you to introduce yourselves.
My name is Sinis.
Just Sinis?
Sinis with Serpent.
A wonderful name.
And today, and if family names are relevant, Taylor.
Teve Taylor. Nice. Well, welcome to the Spiraling Flight. It's an establishment myself and Casina here own. You are welcome to drink and eat at no cost, of course.
Excellent, thank you.
How are you for work? Do you earn your penny, your gold by singing and today I tailor a job's name or just a family name?
Family name. I wasn't trained in the family business. Or I was, but not that one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'm a medic. I travel with Sinis. Never mind.
So, Sinis, do you get into many situations that require a medic?
Stories do not generate on their own if one sits and doesn't go out and create new ones. What you retell is stagnant. So yes,
I like that.
stories are a living, breathing thing.
I like that. Casina? And she grunts. Casina likes it as well. From the looks of you, you do a lot more travelling than... Well, looks at a chain and then back to yourselves, looks around the tavern. I can't be bothered with all this cloak and daggers. I need somebody to go north for me. I need somebody that is not of this lot, points to the customers in the tavern. I need items, I need relics, acquiring. I have quite the collection. I'm an antiques dealer. And I wish more antiques. Shoulders here has brought me one. Aye, that I have.
Can I roll an insight?
You can indeed roll a, well, perception it'll be.
Is it not an insight?
It's not an insight.
Oh, alright, maybe a perception then.
Or a sense motive.
Oh, sense motive was what I wanted to do.
Yeah,
but
well,
An
there's
action on perception.
there's a thing.
Sense
21.
motive is an action you can use with perception skill.
well, 21
yes,
on
yes,
the kind
yeah.
of, but basically, yeah, is he legit?
So on your 21, he is indeed, this is what you believe, he is indeed an antiques dealer. He does indeed require something from the north. And he's not a fan of the people drinking in his tavern. Anything deeper, you're unable to read.
Roll that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, north is not a direction I was looking to go in. What is it? And I suppose, never tell him I said this. How dangerous is the job and what are you looking to pay? Never tell him I said it.
And I literally stood behind you with my pint.
Still at the bar.
You just hear a slight drop. It is very dangerous. And I'm willing to pay quite a lot.
I understand.
Is this one with you? And you turn and you see Zach coming through the crowd.
Like that.
I
Well,
merely...
he's coming through the crowd, he hasn't heard me.
He has not heard you. I merely ask, for he is the only other one in here dressed way beyond.
For travelling.
Yes. Travelling.
Yes. This
Yeah,
is
it's X one of ours.
This is Zeg. He brings a certain level of expertise and chaos.
Shoulders shouts over to the waiter. Another chair! A chair is brought over. Zek and the arena calls over to Zek.
Yes?
I'll wave.
Please join your friends and ourselves.
Yeah. What are we talking about then?
Gold.
Oh, it's my favourite subject. I could talk for hours about gold.
You do something very dangerous for me.
Make eye contact.
You do something very dangerous for me, and I will give Sinis and yourselves a lot of gold.
Okay, how dangerous we talking?
You may die.
But that's a given. It's any day ending in a Y.
Okay. Your chances of dying on any day ending in a Y are increased quite a lot by doing this job.
Okay, are we stealing something? Are we killing someone? Are we just going to look at something?
2 out of 3.
Ooh.
What's the thing?
What is more importantly the 2 out of 3?
You won't be looking at something.
I doubt it.
I need something retrieving. They will not give it to you willingly, so yes, you will be stealing it. And the very fact they won't be giving it to you willingly probably means you will have to end their story.
Oh, okay.
Just to be
Go
finicky on the details. Just to be finicky on the details, is that part a requirement?
It's not a requirement. No, I merely require the item.
No, they literally just want the object. You know, if the people get in the
good
way.
enough to get away, do we need to?
If you get away, then fair play. If said person turns up on my doorstep, that would be bad.
Well, it's not our fault.
It is if he chases us the entire way here, or she, or they.
I would rather it does not come back to my door.
Okay, so what is it?
I'm going to kind of hold a hand up because my woe this morning is justice and a load of scales. So I'm covered in the scales of justice. And I feel it would only be fair, before you go any further, to say that this is likely not to go by one of our other companions if you do not wish to give extra details. Honesty, I believe, is a good foundation if you wish to hire us for something in the future.
I am a very big advocate of honesty. Perception check from all 3 of you.
29.
20. Oh no, that's you. Right, tell me again. Okay.
So you got 14, Sinis. It says
Oh,
on
right.
here.
Oh, yeah.
14, 29.
29, 14, 20, yeah. So, Sinis Tavert. Yeah, he's a very big advocate of honesty. Zach. 29.
If it helps, I rolled a 17.
He probably is an advocate of honesty, but not necessarily a user of honesty.
Uh-huh.
But you don't feel he is lying either.
If I'm made to translate that, he's an advocate of you being honest with him.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Interpret it how you wish.
Okay, so what is the object and who currently possesses the object?
It is an egg.
An egg?
Yes.
What is it with people's fascinations with eggs in this city?
You know many people with fascinations in eggs? And he leans forward, very interested in that sentence.
Well, how about you tell me what egg you're after, and I'll tell you if it's an egg that I know about.
Not a conversation I thought I'd be having this day, but yes.
Ah, there we go then. Every day is a schooly learning day.
My egg contains a lizard. On your 29, he's holding back on truth.
I mean, are we talking like a sinis lizard?
Lizard's close.
Are we talking like a sinis lizard?
Yes.
Okay, so some lizard men have your egg.
The egg is not with the lizard folk. I would never ask one to kill their own, and gestures towards Sinis.
Okay, so who has your lizard egg?
Do you take the job before I relinquish such information? I can't have you running off to them and telling them.
I look around at the pub. I don't see you have many options.
It's more that are we willing?
I disagree.
I imagine he doesn't carry his options around with him everywhere. That would be foolish.
I'm merely speaking with you on the recommendation of Chain. And you see Chain, a female orc that is enjoying her wine. You don't recognise her from anything before. She just raises her wine goblet.
Okay, so your job then is basically we have to go and steal an egg which contains a lizard from some people.
A person, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, a person. Okay. And how much is the job?
How much is the job?
Yeah, how much are you willing to pay?
Do you wish coin, favour, item?
Coin.
Is that for all of you?
Favor.
I am still at a point where I do not feel this is something I would accept. So do not see the point in establishing terms.
If you were to go it alone, Zek, how much would you put a price on your life?
Oh, my life is worth 50,000 gold.
I'll give you 50,000 gold if you retrieve this item. Alone.
Sorry.
You hear a spiritual laugh.
Is anybody else here like a paladin laughing somewhere? Huh, okay, I'll think about it.
Give me a perception check on that exchange of words, Zek.
24.
You believe him?
That was a 12.
Yep, cool. You believe him. Or he seems truthful in his words.
Excellent. Was there anything else?
That is all, really. I obviously wanted to hear the performance of Sinis. Chin highly recommended, and I would hope that you would return one day and perform many a night.
I'm going to grin at that. It's like, oh, I understand. Yes, stories. Do you have any jobs in a more southern direction?
How far southern?
Do you have any jobs that way?
Do you know a town called Delinsk?
I'm aware of it, yes.
I have forgotten her name for the first time since I started this.
Oh, is it the barmaid?
It is.
Tavern owner?
It is indeed. Beldak.
Damn it.
Are you aware
Yes,
of
I remember
the...
Beldak.
So yes, Beldak is a fellow believer in Shadia's true story and fate. And she often arranges things for me. For example, Shoulders here. And you can tell that Arena doesn't like using the name Shoulders as if it's an inadequate name. Yeah, I heard you. Arranged for Shoulders here to bring me such an antique that I required. I do not have a job right now, but if you're ever down that far south, as it seems you may be, speak to Beldak. And remind her that you know me.
Sorry, I'm writing notes.
That's fine, that's fine.
I'll nod and say, okay. Yeah, and just, do you have any other requests before we just, I don't know, chill out and drink?
Not really. Please let me know about the job, because I will have to hire somebody else to do it if you do not. Maybe even Shoulders.
Where will we find you?
Here.
At any time, if we ask for you?
Provide a performance, and I will attend.
Understood.
Give me a thievery roll, Zek.
clicked the button.
It's not yet come up, dude.
27.
27. As they're talking, as Sinis and Arena are talking, oh yeah, it's come up now. You're sort of scanning around the place, and you start noticing similarities to things you've tinkered with in the past, keeping things out of the obvious eye and such. And you notice that there are lucky holes, eye holes, lucky holes. There we go. Well, you're teaching a 5-year-old. This is a lucky hole, also known as a window.
So I noticed there's some windows.
See 5-year-olds everywhere. You notice
See the outside. What sorcery is this?
If it helps, Zek is only 3, so it probably is a lucky hole.
You see a lucky hole. You can see signs of hidey holes in the walls all around the building.
Okay.
Well, I shall retire then. Thank you very much for your company. Enjoy the evening. As I said before, my offer extends out to Zek as well. Enjoy the hospitality. You won't have to pay for a thing.
Ah.
Thank you very much.
And he and Cassina leave, leaving you with Shoulders and Chin. Shoulders is nearly finished her tray of ales and is sitting well, but you reckon it's probably not worth risking her standing. Well, what are you lot doing then for the rest of the evening? Where's the big one? You should get him down here and have a drink. He'll love this place.
It's not really his scene. There's not nearly enough heraldry.
I do in fact think he'd be so rigid he may snap if he turns too fast if he was in here.
Even out, the floorboards would give way. I mean, he does wear an awful lot of metal.
Well, in that
It would
case,
sit well with him.
I'll have another tray. Shouts across to the waiter. Chain finishes her wine. I'm going to retire as well, if you don't mind. Shoulders. I can't outdrink Shoulders. You're damn right you can't. But thank you for coming, Sinis. I hope to hear you performing again in the taverns around Valkar.
If I'm around, I do like to perform.
Shane nods to Tave and Zek and also leaves. So you have Shoulders and you 3.
Who was that?
That's Chain.
Oh, okay.
Remember I told you about the person that invited me down here?
Oh, that's the person. I thought it was the other one, whoever that person was that was talking.
They were the people that Chain wanted me to meet.
Oh, okay,
So
well the other one
Chain
doesn't really
acted-
say a lot.
One of them doesn't, but yeah, one of them does. But yeah, I'm either going to tell some more stories or do some more readings, or do some readings in here, because yeah, looks like I can do some work today.
Okay.
Cool.
I think we'll wait here for you to finish, and then we should probably go and discuss with Gavain the job that we've been given.
Yeah,
Or
that's,
potentially be given.
I think leaving straight away would be suspect. So yeah, I'll do a couple of readings, I'll tell some stories and then set off.
Give me a performance check.
You'll feel me now.
More like a deception check, surely, right?
Oh, I'm hero playing that.
Hero point
I'm
that
hero
shit.
playing that.
18?
18.
That's
There we go.
better.
26. Yeah, I'm not having none of this under 20 rubbish. Pshaw.
Only you had a potion.
Bleh.
You
Yeah, then it would have been a 19.
you are tipped 9 silver for the rest of the evening.
Great.
All the readings you take show something being stolen in the many variations. You read about 8 people, and you all get the same reading from all of them. There's slight differences, but generally they've either done the stealing or been stolen from. But there's definitely an element of theft in the air.
Cool. Grey Fox is sat chilling out in the corner. Yeah, I get where you are.
Yeah, with a cigar and a pint. Gavain, while your lovely friends have been away and you're with Gideon is... He's very proud. You can see he's very proud to be where he is, in an awe sort of way, like looking around. Like as you talk through heraldry and stuff like this, you can see he is actually quite a keen student, and things are sinking in. Not that I ever thought you would think it, but the intelligence there is a step up from what maybe his first impression gave. He remembers and recites everything you say to him first time, and he is keen to learn more and ask more. He goes around the headquarters pointing at tapestries, statues, anything that has anything on it that he can ask a question about, he will ask you a question about. And he will learn as much as he possibly can about the Ivy Knight, your particular order, and as much as he possibly can.
Cool.
After you've done a bit and you decide to have a bit of a tea break, you see him nursing the remaining 5 eggs in his pouch, and he'll go then nurse the one that he put on his squire plinth. And then he will sit and begin finger painting pictures of yourselves individually as a group. He does more of Sinis, but you get that he's doing it because there's more colour to Sinis. You 3 currently have the same shadings where he's seen Sinis change multiple times, so you can see he's interested in that alteration of colouring. And then he stops and just looks at you. Why are we with them? They are not lawful.
Sometimes.
On our level.
Sometimes, Gideon, in order to bring justice and judgment to those who deserve it most, you first need to gather evidence and have people on hold who are better able to blend in with that crowd, gather information to enable us to do our job. Not everybody wants to talk to those who would bring law and order to you.
We judge in shadow, not in light, he questions.
We bring them to light from the shadows.
But we are in shadow.
Yes.
Hmm.
It is a difficult path to walk, which is why I was somewhat surprised to be given a squire. I figured myself I would walk this path till I was going grey, maybe had a few more years under my belt, and then at a point where...
Gavain, you are a grey orc.
It's a phrase from the city. It's to show, doesn't matter. Age, lines, wrinkles. Had a few more sons go through. You know.
You have family.
Huh?
You have family. You said more sons.
I had family. So no, sorry. As in, I mean, I was trying to be metaphorical for you. I meant really not consider you a simpleton. I mean, as in, after a few more years, I thought I would be doing.
When you are older.
Yes, that's what I meant. And then when I was older and more and slower and less capable of maybe keeping up with the younger knights, that then I would train and mentor the squire. Because
if you are old and slow, then you would teach me to be old and slow. Squires need their knights fast.
Not that old and slow. I didn't. I have no wish for anyone to see that sometimes, in order to do the right thing, you must tolerate the wrong thing for as long as necessary before making a decision, a snap judgment to do the right thing. Tivay and Sinis, are very useful traveling companions and are very good at gaining information. Zek is extremely good at gaining information about certain elements which we would consider to be criminal, underhand. The world is not black and white. It is very much shades of grey. And
50.
I'm putting a count on. I'm like nearly 30.
I did swear. I did swear.
You know what you did.
Sorry, 3, 2, 1, go.
yeah, yes, Gideon. 50 shades of grey. Many shades of grey. The Traity, Demir, she selects those of us who she feels are more morally flexible while being morally unshakable in certain ways. So I am tolerant of the minor misdeeds that my companions may get up to, confident in the knowledge that it will lead us to greater misdeeds to uncover and bring to judgment, if that makes sense.
Whilst I am squire, I won't judge. When I am
If
knight,
I ask you to judge them, will you judge them for me?
immediately.
That is all I need to know. Hopefully, it won't come to that point. But if the day comes, when the day comes,
I have request.
yes,
I stay here and learn.
you do not wish to come with us to wherever we may go next?
If you need to go places I don't want to know the name of, it will be hard for me not to judge. If we go places where Zek is comfortable, I won't be comfortable.
That's fair understanding. You understand the importance or the hidden meaning behind the Traity's task. Understand you were listening when she gave it to us. Me.
I understand, must judge from shadow.
If there is a...
I don't fit in the shadow.
you don't. You're way too big. But sometimes you need a scalpel, and sometimes you need a sledgehammer. And I very much believe you are the sledgehammer. You get my metaphor?
He does not disagree.
It's alright, I'm the fucking wall.
The reason I'm not with them now is because I am too recognizable, and it'll hamper their ability to get the information we require. If I am seen there, it is possible my face is known as well as my livery. It's also possible it isn't. I've been away from the city for a while. It may be why the Traity has given me this task. But I've not been gone long enough, I fear. So.
Will you remove the ivy?
No.
Gideon looks rather pleased.
I have. There are those. They're not publicly known. But there are those whose ivy is darker than others. If that makes sense.
Shadow.
Not necessarily shadow. Less obvious. Less forthright.
Unseen.
Yes. I do not intend to fully become one of those people. I do not feel I have the skill set to be like those knights.
You mean Zek?
No. I mean knights who will actually stop at nothing to bring the judgment that they believe they deserve.
Why not train Zek as knight?
Are you joking?
Yes.
Ah! I thought you were. But do not fear, Gideon. If you do not wish to accompany me, if the information they come back to, say they come back to us tonight with information to be acted on soonest, and you do not wish to come, you are more than welcome to remain here. I will come and collect you when we head to the mountains.
I will follow where you ask. I just advise I am not good in shadow or dark ivy.
I fully understand. If I do require you, it'll be very much to, how should we say, break open the ceiling and let the sunlight pour on it.
I can bring light.
Oh, yes, you can.
Ivy light, that's right. What the fuck just happened? Can't believe it's not ivy.
Ivy zero.
Oh god, not in this household. It's full fat or nothing. I will bring the light.
Just remember, Gideon, the tenet that we have to live by, sometimes against our better judgment.
Judge all.
I am the law.
Ah, fuck. You see an ABC warrior just walk past. And then Gideon repeats, I am the law.
Yeah.
Does he get a helmet that comes down to cover him?
His shoulders go bright gold and there's an eagle.
Suddenly looks like Carl Urban.
Yeah. For some reason, he's a
Never
black
take that helmet off,
spandex.
Gideon. Remember to take the helmet off.
He takes it off. What I can't tell you with the helmet on. No, right, sorry. As he repeats, I am the law, you hear the footsteps of two little goblins and the clawed feet of Sinis. She normally wears boots, she's walking barefoot into the building right now.
I'll spin around on my chair, give them a bright smile, and go, "Hey, you survived. How'd it go?"
Amazingly, we're going to earn 50,000 gold.
I mean, you are if
To
you go on your
clarify,
own.
that was you alone, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That was legitimately
did-
the deal offered.
That
Okay.
was the deal
Okay.
offered.
That is their deal, right? But Gawain is going to give us 50,000 gold for the information that we've got, because that's what it's worth.
I'm going to look at Gawain and I'm going to look down. I'm like, I can tell you with almost 100% certainty that he does not have that amount of capital.
Gideon looks at Gavin. You are right, not a good night.
It was a fantastic night. I don't know what you're talking about, Man Mountain.
All right. Okay. Cliff notes. Cliff notes. What, where, when, how? Is it something we can deal with now? Is it something we need to report up? Is there someone we can go bring to light, in inverted commas?
I don't know. How antsy is your squire feeling? Because he might not want to be here for this conversation.
Or more
No.
importantly,
I am the law.
is this something we want to discuss here where people may jump the gun?
Yeah, good question. I take it there's a private room we can nick.
Oh yeah, there's a private room in the super lawful HQ, which will definitely be bugged. By bugged, I mean lucky holes everywhere.
I've just got visions of
Oh
this
look,
little
this has got
spider on the
windows
wall.
too.
There's just insects everywhere. I told you it
Tiny
bugged.
hole.
There's bugs
I'm
like
just
the
thinking of
sequel.
I'm just thinking of the interrogation rooms. Core one-way mirrors.
Why
You
don't we go to
Gawain,
the
you-
Druid
yeah, sorry.
Garden? Where,
Yeah.
Why don't we go to the Druid Garden, where there is unlikely to be druids at this time of night, because
Sounds like
most
fun.
plants are nocturnal.
There
Diurnal.
is- What? There
Druids
is-
are nocturnal.
They're awake in the day. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Gavin, there is not an Ivy Night establishment in the city that you would feel safe to have a secret conversation in. Just
There
so you
is
are
or
aware.
isn't?
There isn't. There isn't.
Not if your
that kind of
moniker
law,
is
right?
I am the
We
law.
Right, so we'll leave the Gotham PD and we'll head to the Druid.
I stay here.
Yeah, sure. We'll send. I'll send if we need you.
I'm tired, boss. Dog tired. And Gideon will. Gideon will head off to his sleepy hole with next to his lucky hole. So, as you all head towards the Druid Grove to have a nice sit-down private conversation, I'm going to call the session there. So, while this lot breaking down in fits of giggles...
I like that the carbon is you're going to add neon to everything, and today it's just like everything's a whole.
Don't...
No, it's nano.
Look,
Carbon is nano.
Oh, is it nano?
Nano.
Yeah.
Nano. Sleepy holes,
So
lucky holes.
I haven't done this, but Sawdustandswearwords has highlighted a message: lucky holes or nookie holes. Now I didn't say that, he did, so you can't add that to the list.
Well,
So
we can because you just
You just
mentioned it.
repeated it online.
I didn't say glory, right? So
There we go!
Didn't finish the phrase.
31.
those of you watching, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed it. The episode was really good for me, progressing some of the stuff and seeing where they go. I hope the players enjoyed it. It wasn't very low in there.
Yeah,
full for
chaos.
Zach. It was very plot progression heavy, you mother kippers. And yeah, so it was cool. It was cool. Thank you very much for that. So thank you very much to our sponsors, Just Games. Go check them out, justgames.gg. Loki battle mats. Literally type that in on Facebook, Twitter, etc., and you'll find them. They've got some amazing battle maps. Whether it be a physical book that you open or a digital copy. If you've got a drive-through RPG and put in Loki battle mats, they have got so many. Some are free, some are pay what you want, some are a quid or two. They're brilliant, so go check them out. They're a recent sponsor. Coyote Grey, you can see the little tokens, the little character art for the characters. You can get his tokens to use on your virtual tabletops. He sells them on Roll20. I would double check they can be used elsewhere. I'm pretty sure they can, but please double check. But yeah, go on Roll20, find Coyote Grey, and I bought all 7 of his packs of his little chibis. I love them, they're ace, they're amazing. And Sawdustandswearwords, who have been a sponsor for, well, forever. So thank you very much, Sawdustandswearwords. Go check them out on Facebook. Loads and loads of cool, incredibly talented woodcrafting. They've got some new stuff on the way, so look out for them popping it up on Facebook and such. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching, tuning in. You can go check it out on Twitch immediately. There's no prereq. You can literally go to our channel, look at videos, find what you want to watch, and it's there. We get quite a lot of views through the day because people are obviously watching it while they're at work. Fair play. So if you want to be the same, do that. Tell all your friends, spread the word. Right? We want as many people. I want millions of people watching this absolute dick joke of a thing. Yeah.
And not the Peso official one, right?
Yeah. So on Peso, I've had a brief conversation with Peso. They are happy to help the channel in any way they can. Obviously, the world at the minute cuts their time and workload. It cuts their time a lot and increases their workload. So I'm very happy to say that Peso are happy with us. Is the best announcement I could give. They currently stream they stream most nights. So go check them out if you're into their product, their Starfinder, their Pathfinder 2. Go check it out most nights of the week. They also stream on a Saturday night. So unfortunately, you'll have to watch one of us and then watch the other one later. But yeah, check them out. Follow them on Facebook and Twitter and such, and see what they've got coming. On the 11th of the 11th, they will be releasing a beginner's box. If you go onto YouTube, you can look at the beginner's box, and it looks incredible for setting up folks getting into Pathfinder 2nd Ed, which I think will be a great tool for exactly that, which I think Pathfinder 2 needs. As usually, the more experienced RPG uses it, but I think this box will really help getting new folks into the system. It's so good, such a good system, and I can't wait to get hold of the box. Once we get hold of it, we will be streaming it on a Wednesday. I will be running it myself to help me learn the DM side of it. The rules. And,
The official rules.
and I'll be grabbing a few brand new people to play it with me to show how good it is at teaching them the game and then getting them into it. So yeah, go onto YouTube and look up Pathfinder 2nd Ed beginner box, and you'll see, I think it's about 8 minutes long. It's an incredible, I think it's really cool. Just after that video, I was really keen to get it, so look out for that. Other than that, thank you very much for tuning in. Take care of yourselves. I know the world's about to be locked down again for a few weeks. we'll do our best at making stories. Please join us on those stories. And yeah, we'll see you all soon. So for now, say goodbye, players.
Bye, players.
Bawakasha.
Good night, Dice.
Good night, Dice the Builder.